Good morning, guys. You join me inside a brand new MAN. I'll be talking all about it and taking you on a full tour and test drive of this truck. It's got the camera mirrors and we're just outside Rory Lynch Transport here. So yeah, the camera mirrors, guys. So not a bad night's sleep in the MAN TGX 26520. Let me take you on a full tour and test drive. 520 metric horsepower. Now this is MAN Dublin's demonstrator model, which they have very kindly sent down for me to test drive. It's finished in Nardo Grey Audi LY7C. Not a colour I'd be a fan of, but some drivers seem to like it. And the wheels there finished in jet black RAL 9005. We've got full LED lamps front and rear, and yes, the digital mirror system. We'll be checking that out. Very nice sound from the air horns. We'll see what they sound like later. And the sun visor there, nice silver detailing, and the two orange beacons up on the roof. This is the mid-height cab, so it's not the full height cab. Nice silver detailing on the front grille there as well. And the LED lamps have the maneuvering function there for slow maneuvers. It will light up all around the front area there on each corner of the truck. Okay, surprisingly enough, the grille is still not lockable. Don't know why, but that is still the case. And we have the top up for the oil and the coolant. The coolant is good down to minus 32 degrees Celsius. That is the straight 6-cylinder diesel engine. 2,650 Newton meters of torque, 382 kilowatts from its 12.4 litre engine. Okay, let's move down and close that in. Maneuvering around to the passenger side. Yeah, the jet black wheels, I just don't know about them. Maybe it'd be nicer with a set of Durabright aluminium wheels. That is your blind spot monitoring system as well, which will send warnings to the camera mirror system if there's a vehicle all in your blind spot there. So that's quite nicely done. And 460 litre diesel tank. We have the adjustable fifth wheel and two foldable wheel chocks. Moving over here, we have, that is your rear view camera. So that's nicely done, but it would be even better if it was positioned a bit lower so that you would be more in eye line with getting underneath a trailer. And two really bright LED lamps at the rear for lighting up the catwalk, and adjustment there for the top air deflector. Moving around to the rear, we have full LED lamps at the rear and your battery box and connections there for putting jump leads on if you need to do a jump start, and all your air connections at the rear of the chassis. Let's move around to the driver's side, and we have an 80 litre AdBlue tank. Okay, we're just gonna hop inside, see what the interior is like. And yeah, quite nice size on the lockers as well. Just be careful when you do open these, that open them right up so that you don't knock your head off that. And yeah, decent size lockers. That is a big speaker there, so you'll be feeling the beats coming up your back. And yeah, and the one on the passenger side is of equal size. That is your remote for raising and lowering the back axle. So all pretty good. And 3 steps going up into the cab, and the functions there on the door for knocking off the engine and turning on your hazard lamps. Okay, let's hop up. We still have the hump there in the middle and just 2 pedals on the Tipmatic gearbox, and heating there for the seats. Red seat belts, not really a fan of them. They do get very dirty, and they also reflect off the windscreen on a bright sunny day. So if you're 6'2" or above, your hair is going to be brushing off the sunroof there up on top. So just one bunk on this, and it is quite comfortable. And we have the 3 lockers there above the windscreen, all of which have lamps on them, so that's good. All storage up here as well, and your tacho and your sun blind there, so that's good. And for opening and closing the roof hatch and your lamps there. So let's turn them back on, gives a bit of light in the cab. Very nice dashboard design, and that is your camera. So there you go, the digital mirror system. So let me just show you that we have the main camera here. You'll see the lines there, and then this is the wide angle camera. So just to indicate that better to you, let me just zoom in there, and you'll see the main camera. So that is giving your view right back, and then we have the wide angle one there as well. So very good for the blind spots, and you can also push out that mirror there as well, but why can't you push it back the other way, the digital mirror system? So if I put my finger actually over the wide angle part there, you'll see all the part of the camera that it shows. So if I let go of my finger, there you go, now you'll see. So let me just move over and show you the passenger side. So it is good at giving you good vision on your blind spots. That is one good thing about it, but I still wouldn't be happy with the picture quality. It needs to be sharpened. It's just not good enough, especially for backing up onto ramps. Very nice dashboard display. I really like this. And we have adaptive cruise control. So let me just start it up. Give you a sound of the engine and the air horn. Very nice sound on that. Yeah, your adaptive cruise control, and you can set the distance to the vehicle ahead as well. All very nice, volume up and down, your phone functions, and for going down through the menu. So you can knock off those lines on the camera mirror system if you don't like them. You can knock them off. So you've got all options here: motorway, automatic, truck length, line. You can turn them off if you don't like those lines on the camera mirror system, just to indicate the rear of the trailer, and then safe distances there for pulling back into lane. So let's just give it a couple of revs. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, we have a PTO switch down here, and you can do adjustment on the camera mirror system if you want to move it in or move it out. So that's the controls for that, and you can lock the doors, windows up and down, one touch. So that's nice. And just we can change the view as well. So if I just move back here and press the button, so you see we can just change it there and put it back. Yeah, so that's handy as well, but I would prefer if it would stay like this, because sometimes when you build speed it goes back to the wide angle, and yeah, maybe there's an adjustment in there somewhere for it. I haven't fiddled around with it long enough to find out. Okay, so this is the rotary dial. So all very nice. We have Apple CarPlay, wireless Apple CarPlay, and wired Android Auto. So all nicely done on this function here. And yeah, you have your blind spot monitoring system. So when the light is on, that means the system is active. But strangely enough, your lane departure warning system, when the light is on, that means it's off. Riddle me that. So we have the advanced emergency braking and your camera system here. So that's the rear camera. If I press this view, so that is your corner view there. So that's coming from that camera, and you see the plastic there at the end of it, which is very good actually for keeping the rain off it and the dirt. So you'll see there, you can just see the line of that plastic cover there. So that's nicely done. I like that, and you can have both views there if you want as well. So moving around the cab, strangely enough, we have two cup holders here, but there's no cup holders on the driver's side. So what happened to these cup holders? Because they were in the last MAN I was in, but I don't know where they are. So I can't pull that out. Other drivers have also tried, so we can't figure out why that is the case. So yeah, you have your decent size fridge there as well, and the storage there on the passenger side. So yeah, you can just about see that. It's a bit dark. Okay, let's turn on the lamps here as well. Turn them on. Yeah, and your rear remote. So I really do like this now, and it has surveillance mode as well, where you can go down through the various options on the camera. So you see there, surveillance mode, so you can click on that and you'll be able to see the cameras at night. All nicely done. Very nice remote there, and we've got a 12 volt and 24 volt socket there, and two USBs, and your reading lamp. Yeah, just the one bunk, and it is quite comfortable as well. Not bad for comfort. We can lift up the bunk, and yeah, we just have storage there as well. So can you, yeah, you can actually get access to the lockers from the inside. So let me just stand up here and give you guys a look. Yeah, the seats nicely done, part leather and fabric. So nice look to the seats, and we have the fold out table there as well. So let me just show you that. Yeah, so the dashboard, very nice piece of design, and we have a 12 volt and 24 volt and aux in and USB there as well. So yeah, the hill start aid, if you want to call it, easy start as MAN call it. Now it does show a little indication that it's on the dashboard, but it would be still far better if it had an audible warning when it goes on and when it goes off. So these are the functions as well for your mid lift and your ESP and anti-slip regulation switch, and your rocking function as well in case you're in a sticky situation and you want to be rocked out, and your diff lock, and over on that side is the PTO switch. Yeah, so oh yeah, the regen on your diesel particulate filter, and it does have an option, would you believe, for rising and lowering the cab electrically, so that's very good to have on this truck, and rear lamps there as well. Okay, so anything else to show you here? Yeah, we just have nice storage down here as well, and as I said already, yeah, I don't know where those cup holders are. It's hugely annoying leaning over here for your cup. But anyway, yeah, and we have the Tipmatic gearbox, which I need to show you as well. So just move over here. So can you see that? There we go. Let me just, yeah, so you can knock it up to go up your gears and knock it back down, and you press it in for neutral, and these are your driving modes. So if I just show you on the dashboard, we have efficiency and efficiency plus and power mode and also maneuver mode. So it's all done through this stock, and yeah, as I said already, up and down through your gears manually if you wish. There's a button there, but the button needs to be recessed further in because sometimes you can accidentally end up in manual mode, so be careful of that. And we have a 3-stage auxiliary brake as well, which will actually come on automatically when you have your adaptive cruise control. So say for instance you want to set it for going downhill at a certain speed and you don't want to be pressing the brakes, it will actually activate the auxiliary brake automatically to keep you at that speed. So I really like that feature in the MAN. And yeah, you have a blackout there, and you also have the fly net there, so that's all well done. So yeah, I think it's time to go for a test drive, guys. Talk more about the digital camera mirror system and see what it's like on the road. Okay, so you now join me on the test drive of the MAN TGX 26520, 520 metric horsepower. So I'm just going to merge out onto the dual carriageway. So I've been driving this truck now for 2 full days. I've clocked up about 700 kilometers. Wouldn't be 100% happy with the gearbox. It does hesitate sometimes when you have a lot of weight on and you're coming up to a junction and you just want to get out quick. It does hesitate and is a bit slow to drop down the gear. So I wouldn't really like that part of the gearbox. I just need to get out onto the lane here now. It's a bit busy. It is the afternoon here in Cork. So the camera mirrors overall, I wouldn't be 100% happy with them. They do have their good points and bad points, but now I'm taking away these lines here. Now you see, in the Mercedes Actros and on the DAF with these camera mirrors, they have the lower section as the wide angle section in the camera mirror, but as you can see in the MAN it's all in one, so it goes out very wide as I showed you earlier. I need to get out onto the other lane here. There we go. So I'm still not sure about this kind of a fisheye look on the camera angle. I would nearly say that Mercedes and DAF have done it better. This has its good points and bad points also. and when you get up to speed, it shows the wide angle one on top as well. It goes out wide, and yeah, but it does give you a good field of view, but it's the picture quality is just not sharp enough. And for me, during the day, it would be nice if it were a bit brighter as well. It does darken. If I were to put my finger over that, you'll see the screen darken. So it darkens automatically at night because it has a light sensor on it there. Now, I did drive the truck at night, and if you've got any bit of light at all in a yard, you do get a good field of view on the mirrors. So that's not too bad at night, as long as you have that bit of light. But overall, I just wouldn't be too happy with them. I would actually prefer just normal mirrors, because I just have a more sharper, better picture, of course, and you can be more precise, I feel, when you're backing onto ramps. One thing bad about these as well is, if you are backed onto a ramp and you're waiting for the green light, these will shut off after a while, after about 10 minutes. Then you have to turn this switch on again, and then they'll last another 10 minutes, then they turn off again. So if you're waiting for a green light on a ramp, or say for instance somebody's on a ramp trying to get your attention, they're not going to see you and you're not going to see them unless this switch is turned on and you have the monitors so that you can see. I'm not happy with the quality of the image. It should be sharper, and I just feel that mirrors are overall better than these. You just have a better image looking in a mirror to these. Now, I can get rid of these lines if I want, or I can tighten them in for the image. I can also get rid of these yellow lines if I want. So we're just going to get it up to 80 Ks. I'll let you know what it's revving in at. Okay, 80 Ks, it's just over 1000 RPM. And at 90 Ks it would be revving in at just under 1150 RPM at 90 Ks. Okay, so now I've had this truck for a couple of days and I've been pulling loads with it. I don't find it particularly powerful. With 2,650 Newton meters of torque, I would have thought it would have pulled a bit better, and I was using power mode, of course. We're just merging out onto the dual carriageway here. Yeah, so I wouldn't be 100% happy with the power. If you want more power in an MAN, you're just going to have to go over 600 horsepower. This is the 12.4 litre straight 6-cylinder diesel engine. So yeah, not particularly powerful. One thing that also surprised me about these as well is, given that there is no big exterior mirror arm and the mirrors outside the truck, you would have thought that there would be far less wind noise. But strangely enough, there is still a lot of wind noise all up along here. Now, maybe if the exterior sun visor was excluded in the spec, maybe that would cut down on wind noise, but it is still quite loud with wind noise. One other thing as well, this blind makes a rattly noise when you have it down, and the gearbox is particularly annoying when you're coming into roundabouts. If you're in the wrong gear and you put the boot down and it's what gear am I supposed to be in, and then it goes into gear, so that's really annoying. Other than that, the gear changes are very smooth and nice driving position and great adjustment on the steering. The brakes have a nice feel to them as well. Yeah, the positioning of the pedals is good, and overall it's not bad on comfort, even though it is on leaf springs. Nice overtaking maneuver there. It is on leaf springs at the front, so yeah, it's not going to be as comfortable as a full air suspension on the front, but it's still not bad. So if there's heavy rain, the top camera in particular is very good at keeping off the rain. The wide angle one underneath, you can see droplets of rain on that. But yeah, I just wouldn't spec the truck with these camera mirrors. That's just my overall finding of them. Now, that is the hugely annoying lane departure warning system. It is really annoying that it's not a touch screen here, because you have to take your eyes actually off the road more so than if it was just a touch screen. why isn't it a touchscreen? Who knows? And it does have adaptive cruise control as well, so if you can see on the display, it will tell us the speed of the vehicle ahead up to around 140 meters, then it loses sight of that vehicle ahead. So all those trucks that are overtaking you and they move in front of you, you can tell what speed they're doing. See that for our maneuver, guys? Look at this, look! Up the hard shoulder, look! I mean, where did these guys come from? And there we are, back from the drive in the MAN TGX 26520 with OptiView, the digital camera mirror system. So what do I think of this truck? After 3 days, I did spend 2 nights in it as well. I clocked up 1,400 kilometers. There's now 7,000 kilometers on this truck. And yeah, nice comfortable truck to sleep in, comfortable truck to drive, but this particular 520 model is just not powerful enough. I would have thought 2,650 Newton meters would have delivered more power, but this one I feel is just underpowered. And even with not a whole lot of weight on, it was kind of struggling on hills as well. And I did have it in performance mode. So yeah, not happy with that. The gearbox needs improving, very hesitant coming into roundabouts where it's fishing for gears. What gear do I need to be in? You know, so I'm not happy with that either. The digital OptiView camera mirror system needs serious improving, guys. The picture quality is just not there yet, very grainy. And yeah, I can see its advantages in around cities with you know, blind spots and warnings coming up in it, and I know this is the way things are going in the future, but for now those camera mirror systems are just not good enough, guys. The picture quality is useless. Backing onto ramps is hugely annoying when you want to be very precise, going in between bars and all that on some ramps. So yeah, I wouldn't be happy with that at all. So I'm sticking with normal mirrors for now. These have a long way to go before the quality is there and people are willing to move on. But anyway, guys, I do hope you enjoyed my review of the MAN. Before I go, this truck has averaged 32.1 litres per 100 kilometers, which equates to 8.8 miles per gallon, which is 7.3 US gallons, in case you're watching in the US. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave you there. Thanks for watching, and I'll chat to you all again in the next video. Cheers!